nomination and introduce Tom Griggs for the House District 52 race.
Second up there, I believe.
I second the nomination for Tom Griggs, M.L. Johnson.
Giving honor to the Creator. It's a beautiful day in Colorado. Yeah. Yes. My name is Denise Hall, and I am here to introduce the next district representative of number 52, Mr. Tom Griggs. The importance of a leader is integrity, courage, and accountability. And I am a witness here for my friend, Mr. Tom Griggs, because I have witnessed his demonstration of these. We first met in his bid for State Department of Education at the Hispanic Women of Weld County. His connection to community purely was representative there in that moment, where he wanted to connect with us in our search and our seeking dual language. And otherwise we have met in terms of our interest in education. So he has demonstrated so much to us in our community. And I wish to stand here today and witness him continue his journey. A heart of a champion warrior, Mr. Tom Griggs.
Thank you, Dr. Hall, and thank you to my nominators and the many supporters I have here today. I am a historian, among other things, and I've got to tell you, I heard history and I saw history repeat itself when the workers of Wisconsin stood up and said, we've had enough of the cutting of our benefits. We've had enough of the cutting of the public sector. We are ready to stand up and fight for what's right and fair for ourselves and for the entire middle class of the United States. We will fight until we are sure we have an even and fair educational system where people can go through all the way from K through 12 and prepare them for whatever kind of work they want. And so that they can be successful, whether they go to college or not. And if they choose to go to college, they will have a well-funded public education system that will make sure they do not graduate with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in debt and no prospects for a job. These are the challenges we face. We've been going the wrong direction for nearly 3 decades now, maybe going on 4. We've got to stop. We are at a critical moment in history. How does it play out at the state level? It plays out in having leaders who are willing to say, we must do something about the Tabor initiative. We must stand up now. We've tried Band-Aids. We've tried setting aside money for education. And all it does is it cuts money out of the pot for other critical programs we need. We have to have democratic leaders who have the courage to stand up and say, no, that's enough. We're going to do something about this terrible structural bind we've created by having a constitutional amendment that restricts the state legislature from doing what it must do. The negative impacts of the fiscal crisis we're in extend to education. They extend in our ability to incentivize critical economic rebuilding, in supporting sustainable economic development that is based on renewable energy technology. Colorado has a position, has an opportunity to be a leader in this front and to lead its way out of the economic crisis we're in using those techniques, and yet the state government's hands are tied. If we want to improve the environment, if we want to improve the economy, if we want to improve education, we need a different mindset. We need thinking outside the box. We need a leader who has the courage to stick to an agenda, even when it's unpopular. I can tell you I've had to do that again and again and again. I did it in 2002 when I was president of the Colorado Association for Bilingual Education, when I stood up and helped. Colorado became the first and still the only state to defeat an anti-bilingual education initiative so that kids could successfully learn English and aspire to their dreams. I did it as a member of the Fort Collins Food Co-op when I said, you know, we've got to get on a more stable footing economically. We've got to have a membership-based approach to funding for our co-op, and we did it. We were successful in getting there. And we must continue with that kind of courage. We must have someone who has the courage and the compassion, and yet to be able to reach out across the aisle and make the difference for all ideologies and express one's opinion in a respectful way. And I can ask you to ask the 120 so or people who are on my endorsements list or read any of my positions and see if I don't do it in a way that's respectful. And I encourage you to support me for House District 52. My name is Tom Griggs. Please support my candidacy for House District